Hello, we're sitting with Alfonso Marián. He's the chairman of Ogilvy in Spain. And he's going to be here with us today for a couple of minutes answering 3 questions about diversity and inclusion. The first question, Alfonso, is why do you think diversity and inclusion are important for companies? And actually, why is it that important for Ogilvy?
Hi, Eva. So I think that today, any organization, any type of organization need to have diversity and inclusion strategy and policy, obviously. Companies need to be more aware of what's happening in society, and they need to react and kind of fulfill a role with the community, trying to answer those issues. I think that diversity and inclusion, it has an immediate impact in the financial health of a company. There's a lot of research that now says that if you have a very consistent and steady diversity and inclusion strategy, your company outperforms the other ones that they don't. In the case of Ogilvy, you're talking about a communication agency, and we need to be aware of what's happening in society. We need to be aware of what is actually bothering people. What are those social issues that people want to engage with? And to be able to do that, we need to have in our own company a very diverse talent, a very diverse thinking. I think it's key for us to embrace diversity and inclusion for our own performance as a company. And also think about this: if you are a company that it really embraces that kind of policies and strategies, people will want to come and work with you and for you. And today we're looking at the key for success in a company is the talent that you are able to attract, no? And I think diversity and inclusion is a key factor in attracting the best talent.
And actually linked to that, if we're talking about your workforce, your employees, your talent, I noticed that at Ogilvy, you have actually started and run lots of initiatives around diversity and inclusion, but is there any particular one that you are especially proud or keen on sharing with us, please?
Sure. I mean, I remember with a lot of a project that I worked with when I was in Ogilvy, New York. It was a project for the New York Film Festival, and it was called Type with Pride. And in that project, basically what we did is, instead of doing the typical campaign around the community, the film community, we actually decided to do something different. We created a new type, a type called Gilbert, that it was at that moment, it was the first color type. And it was basically an homage, a tribute to Gilbert Baker, the designer that designed the rainbow flag. And something that started like a very simple kind of campaign for the film festival, so it became global. Like everyone started to using it in all kinds of forums, communications, publications. So we actually feel really proud of that project.
It's a great best practice here for sure. And the last question, what do you think brings to Ogilvy to participate in this first edition of the Diversity Inclusion Certification in Spain?
Well, as I said before, I think that as a communication agency, we want to kind of spearhead diversity and inclusion in terms of performance and strategy. Right now at Ogilvy in Spain, we have already like 12 different nationalities, and there's a very healthy balance in terms of the age type of our employees. No? We have 40% of our company is about 40 years old, and we have a kind of balanced leadership and management team between male and females. And as I said before, I think that for a communication agency, diversity of thinking, it's key for our success. It's key for the quality of the product, and it's key to engage with all these new audiences and these new type of communities that are rising now in our world.
So thanks so much for answering these questions, for participating in the certification, and especially thanks for promoting diversity and inclusion, not just within your team, but also within your clients and the communication that at the end of the is an extremely important way of communicating this message to the whole society. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Eva, for the opportunity.
So I'm Gilbert Baker. I'm a vexillographer. Vexillography is the making of flags, and I love to sew. That's my craft and my art.
In 1978, Gilbert Baker created the rainbow flag, one of the world's most powerful cultural symbols. In 2017, the artist and activist passed away. To honor Gilbert Baker, NYC Pride and Newfest wanted to give his iconic flag a voice. We created Gilbert, a font inspired by the rainbow flag. We launched Gilbert during Pride Month, in a place its colors could really shine. The whole world was invited to install it and use it for free. And what started as a tribute to Gilbert ended up becoming a powerful tool to support the cause he'd always fought for. The LGBTQ community made the font its own voice. Gilbert soon sparked conversations around the globe. Even the vice president joined in.
Everyone is entitled to be treated with dignity.